I'm gonna start off by saying this, right? You're going to attract a Gemini female with your subtleness, your mysteriousness, because the Pisces will throw hints out there. Instead of being fully direct and saying everything, a Pisces puts a hint out to something that is alluring, to where a Gemini woman is going to be curious. Their curiosity, which is a strength of theirs, they're going to be curious about that, and they're going to want to know more. And they have this idea that they're not going to be able to find that out unless they meet you, unless they meet you personally. Like sometimes, because leave it up to a Pisces to do text, right? And a Pisces will be like, they'll text like a parable or something, or post a picture, an artful picture or something like that, that doesn't concretely say what they mean to say. It just hints to it. So they're going to want to know what that communication is about. And in order for them to figure that out, they're going to want to communicate with you about it. You will notice that if you become a real partner, or even just a friend with a Gemini woman, that she's going to want to talk on the phone. Like, she's going to want to speak. She's going to actually want to be verbal. And the texting thing can work, don't get me wrong, it will happen. The storylines, should I say, of the two differ. They'll like lead you point by point, where a Gemini is more like some Gemini women are just talk, and it may lack substance. So this is where a Pisces male might be upset. And a Pisces is so understanding that a Pisces might sit there and take all of that, and will just sit there and let the Gemini lady run her mouth the entire time without stopping and saying, listen, slow down, lady, come, can I get something? You know what I mean? Can I get in there? You're going to be torn between their, how should I say, flightiness is the word. Sometimes it's just not, it lacks substance. So you may, because they're an air sign, you may wonder, like, where is this going? Like, what are you getting to? And trust me when I tell you, right, Geminis are smart. If we're talking about ideas or something that's idea related, then it's powerful, it's impactful, it's exciting to the Pisces man. However, if it's just jargon, like if it's gossipy, or if it's just like, talking about things that are irrelevant to the Pisces is going to be upset by it. Like a Pisces man may get moody behind it and may not even actually say that that's the cause of it. So if that's the case, it's better to just be vocal about the things that disturb you up front, because they can learn to appreciate that bluntness. And when you tell them something that's beneficial to them, that is when they take it into consideration. If not, it's difficult to get through to a Gemini woman. I say that to say this: thrustful moments are where these two can benefit from, because they're quick, they're short-lived. And although this is more of the Gemini woman's style, it is better because the Pisces male is adaptable. So they can put up with the quick spurts of useful information or useful communication, and then her disappearing, because a Gemini will disappear. Like, that's just how it is, like, right? So let them get it off, say what they gotta say, and go. Sometimes they may stick around longer because the Pisces male is such a good listener, you know what I'm saying? However, at the same time, like I said, in order for it to be beneficial for both, these moments should be thrustful. They should be short-lived. And I know it's kind of difficult to understand, because most people get into relationships with the thought that it's going to be forever, with the thought that it's going to be, we move in eventually together and we do these things together. Especially a Gemini woman is going to want to pop up places with you, all right? Or maybe even just pick you up from somewhere and drop you off somewhere. They're good at that too. But with these two, it may not work that way. It may not work, because you're trying to do long-term efforts with a short-term, like a short span. Like a Gemini woman has a short mental span. And it's because they are all over the place. If it's not substantial, it's going to be, the Pisces man is going to see this as a disservice, right? So at least when the Pisces man understands their communication style, they can look forward to letting the Gemini female get out what she wants to get out, and then disappearing. Like, because Pisces men get moody too. Like, they are capable of being mood swings, especially if they don't know how to practice refraining from those mood swings. So this would be the perfect opportunity for the Pisces to regenerate and recharge their batteries and get their alone time, which is needed. All right, because the Gemini is going to bounce, she's going to leave. So clingy Pisces, you're going to find this type difficult because you're going to be so mesmerized by the Gemini lady that you're going to be like, you're going to miss her when she leaves. You're going to miss her. You're going to be like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this because I enjoy her company so much. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that can also be where you two clash at. When you're together though, and you're living these thrustful moments, it's going to feel like 4 people are in the room, because you have to understand this about this compatibility as well. They're both dual signs. Right? It's going to be the 2 Geminis, it's going to be those 2 fishes, and they're going to be just having a mental sparring match, right? And the Pisces is going to be the more serious one in these communication bouts, right? And the Gemini is going to be the, I guess you can say crazy. I don't want to use that word. I'm just going to say probably the more courageous one. And depending on how long this relationship lasts, the Gemini woman is going to see the Pisces man get crazy too. It's not going to be because of her. It's going to be because it's always been there for the Pisces male. You just got to get to know the Pisces male like that. It takes some opening moments to advance into a Pisces wild side, right? So this can also be great for you as well. Like I said, though, the Pisces is going to be the serious one and is going to value the Gemini woman being the, courageous one, right? And this is going to be good. Now, what can happen is the Gemini woman may overtalk the Pisces, and sometimes the Pisces man is going to feel like he has to actually grab her by the cheeks and say, listen, I'm here, I need to say something too. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, okay. Like, I know somebody, but this is for real. What I'm about to say, right? This may help you. Turn on the TV while you're talking to your Gemini woman. And what's going to happen is she's going to be able to watch a whole episode of whatever's on that TV, if she's interested in it, and have a full conversation with you at the same time. However, at least with the TV, because they're great multitaskers, like they're geniuses at it, right? So at the same time, right, that TV being on with those other people in the room, they're going to count as other people in the room. So it's going to seem like a full conversation to her. But she's going to say the things that she absolutely needs to say to you to make the conversation go well. And Pisces man, you can thank me for this strategy later. Gemini woman, you may be upset that I said this. However, it's just real, right? I just let out a secret to help, you know what I'm saying? To help this relationship, because I see so much negativity thrown around, and I don't, maybe because I'm in a lot of Pisces groups, I don't get to see how Gemini women feel about Pisces men. I think it would be interesting to actually find out. So Gemini women, if you're listening and you want to comment or two on a comment box, I'd appreciate that, you know what I mean? Because I haven't got insight from Gemini women about this. We're both flirtatious, and that's naturally, like it's a natural tendency, and so there's no room for jealousy there. And once again, like, this is not concrete. This also has to depend on where the planetary placements are in the natal chart, along with the planetary placements in the day at whatever time that you're experiencing the Gemini woman, right? However, for the most part, from natural inherent attributes of both signs, this is going to be like a real flirtatious type, hey, hi, a lot of smiling, few touches here and there. Like, it's going to be a lot of that going on with each other and with other people. So this is going to be great as long as you guys are not jealous. The reason why I'm probably able to understand the Gemini woman so well and therefore get along with her is because I have a strong association with Gemini in my natal chart. So that allows me to be able to pretty much behave like a Gemini, like second nature. Like, it's almost like I can just blink and become a Gemini just like that, right? And it's actually important to my life path and, my future, my goals, and all of those things included. Once again, though, I said, like, although both signs' minds are scattered all over the place, right? And which they both can gravitate to, because they'll see the alike similarities in that and they'll favor that. However, at the same time, like I said, a Gemini may be more action oriented than a Pisces man will. All right. And that can become a disturbance when the Gemini is becoming more serious about the Pisces man. All right. And, if a Pisces man, succumbs to their suggestion of travel and things of that nature, and they're not interested in the actual place that they're going or the thing that they're going to do, then it's going to feel awkward. And then a Gemini will more than likely pick up on the mood that the Pisces is harboring and probably not exerting completely. However, like with a Pisces, it's difficult to be phony. So one wrong question or wrong movement while out there, and things can take another turn. Trust me when I tell you, I'm not telling you to not be you. And this is exactly why. A Gemini woman will respect it sometimes. And it comes from being genuine, though. You know what I mean? It comes from being genuine, because a Gemini woman has the tendency to do this. Now, look, I'm not going to coax this and make it look all good, all right? A Gemini woman has the tendency to do this, to try to insert a feeling inside of the Pisces man. And they may do this to other men, I'm not sure. I'm just keeping it on me, right? They have a tendency to project a feeling on a Pisces man and make them feel like something that they don't feel, in order to manipulate them and get them into a mood to see where you're at. A Gemini is very testy. Gemini women are very testy. They want to figure you out. They're doing almost like how a Scorpio will investigate, or even a Pisces will investigate. A Gemini does so also, and it appears to be like they don't even know why they're doing it, but they must do it. So an example is they'll say something like, "Oh, you look so sad. Look at your face. You look so sad today. What's wrong?" And a Pisces man will be like, "What are you talking about? Like, I'm not sad. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, you are. Like, come on, talk." They might even grab your hand and be like, "Oh, I'll make these faces." And you'll be like, "Yo, I'm not even playing with you. Like, what are you talking?" And it will irritate you, because you don't have that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of Pisces, their faces are like automatically mean sometimes. So it's just like, you would think that they're taking that as a reason for you to be sad or whatever the case may be, but no. I know Gemini women that know me and will try to put that on me, and I have to call them out, and they're like, "Yo, look, stop. That's not what it is." You know what I mean? And the reason why they're doing this, right, is because they want to mother you. Gemini women have motherly instincts, okay? And they are like, if you see them interact with their children, they're great with their children, because they have a youthful side to them that they don't ever want to give up. So they look at their children as their peers. Like, they look at their children like, "Come on, let's go to the park. I'm going on the slide too. Like, I'm getting on the swing too. One of y'all can push me. You're big enough now." You know what I'm saying? That's how they're getting down. So Pisces male may like this to a degree, and then not like it to a degree. And the only reason why you'll like it to a degree is because because Pisces man is a feminine sign, right? So it seems almost like a camaraderie thing when Gemini is doing that. However, Gemini is a masculine sign. So it almost feels like eventually it's going to feel like they are perpetrating the wrong role. Like, it's more, Pisces male is going to appreciate more when the Gemini woman is being masculine. And that's what's going to bring me to the next thing, which I'm going to talk briefly about, I guess, is about sex, right? I've had sex with more Geminis than any other sign. And this is not to even call them hoes or whatever. I guess that actually calls me a hoe, right? Like, I'm the hoe. If for people who want to stereotype people based on their sexual preferences or how many times they had sex. And the reason why, I probably couldn't pinpoint every reason. However, I do know one thing, that the Gemini woman is highly unpredictable. They like to put a smile on the Pisces man's face. And part of that unpredictability comes with, like, they have these tricks. Like, they'll think of something that some underhanded trick that they're going to do when they pop up, that you won't know anything about. And, because they're going to want to be remembered forever and separate themselves from whatever woman that you've ever slept with before. And the Pisces man is going to appreciate the aggressiveness, because sometimes when signs, even though a lot of signs gravitate together because of their compatibility, their like traits, sometimes there are certain aspects that are different about each sign that they love. And a Pisces man is going to love the aggressiveness of a Gemini woman when it comes to sex, because she's going to be kind of quirky. And it, right, like I've known like some of their challenges is